Hey, happy campers, Todd here at Great American RV Superstores, and today we're going over our Equalizer leveling jacks, how they work, a couple of troubleshooting tips, and we'll also go over our zero null point and the orientation programming for these equalizers. They can be found in motorized units and fifth wheels, so let's see what we got. So we have our Equalizer keypad. Like I said, this is on a motorhome here. So we're going to hit our power button. We can see that we have some lights that pop up here on the left side. Once we hit auto level or try to manually operate, we'll see that operating light up. Low voltage would sense that. We have low batteries, so we need to plug the unit in and get those house batteries charged up. Excessive slope would mean that we have ran out of ground. So basically that's saying we are at an extreme incline or decline and we don't have any jack left in order to level out that unit. So that would mean excessive slope. Ignition on is going to pop up when our ignition is on. This particular system requires that our ignition be off. And also we have our park brake. If our park brake is not engaged, then it is going to notify us right there and give us a red light notifying us that we need to engage our park brake for the system to operate. Now if we want to go ahead and auto level the unit, we just hit auto level. It's going to give us beeping while it's operating. We're going to see these red lights indicate where our jacks are, this being the front, so our front left, front right, rear left. Those jacks are going down. If the jacks were up, these lights would stay off. As I said before, we can see our system is operating. That system will continue until the unit is level. Once our unit reaches level, the system will go ahead and turn off automatically, or you can turn it off yourself. And from there, you go camp, you do your thing. Whenever you're ready to leave, you're going to turn that system back on. You're going to let these lights turn off right here. We can see once again our jacks are down. We're going to hit all retract, and that system is going to start operating again and retract all of our jacks. And as we can see, that system turned off by itself and all of our jacks are retracted. We can see that by our indicator lights right here. So now we want to go over our orientation. So if our unit was replaced and we have to reorientate how this is set up, we want to go ahead and have our system off, and we will hold down all retract and our power button. It will go into a series of beeps. Now in this case, our orientation is forward. So that is the front of our unit, this right button, and our panel is laid flat. So we're going to hit the right button down, and that signifies that the right is what's at the front according to this display, and the down means that our orientation is down. Now if this panel was on a fifth wheel or located sideways on a motorhome, we would go ahead, hit all retract, power, and we would hit right up, showing that that orientation is up and front facing towards us. In this case, like I said, it's laid down on the dash. Now let's say this panel was turned sideways and the front was actually facing the front. We would choose the front and down because it's laying down. If it was face up, we would choose the front and up. So this is choosing our orientation by front, left, rear, or right, whichever is facing the front of the unit, and whether the panel is laying flat or upright, in which we would choose the up button. Now if we need to set our null or 0 point, we would go ahead and level out the unit. We would go in and turn our power button on, and we can manually run our jacks down by holding down that down button for each front and rear sets, and get all of them touching the ground and level the unit out using those buttons with a 4-foot level and find our 0 or levelness of the unit. Once we have used a 4-foot level to ensure that we're level from front to back and left to right, we shut that system off and we hold down our auto level button and hit our power button. We're going to hold it for 4 to 5 seconds and then let off. And you will hear a different tone in there once that is complete. your null point or 0 point has been calibrated. So here we can see we have our pump. If we follow our main battery line coming in, it's going to go to this solenoid right here. This right here should have 12 volts on it. We also have some inline fuses for our controller. This solenoid is what is going to activate, and it's going to run power over to our motor right here. This would be our ground. In the event that you are not operating, you want to check that main power right here coming in and ensure that that has a good solid 12 volts. Whenever the system is activated, if you hear this solenoid clicking and activating, then checking that you have 12 volts right here at the end of the motor and a good ground as well. And like I said, inline fuse, make sure that 12 volt fuse is good as well. Our hydraulic tank system right here that holds our fluid, we do have a dipstick up on the top of it that we want to go ahead and check to make sure that that fluid level is good up there. And we can see we pull that out, we'd be able to check. We have our little line indicating what that level is at. You only want to check that system when the jacks are retracted. Otherwise, there would be fluid remaining in the jacks and in the lines themselves. And if you were to top this tank off and you retract those jacks, it's going to overfill the system and you're going to have a big mess. That wraps up everything on our Equalizer hydraulic jack system. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the section below. And thanks for watching. As always, click like, follow, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you found us. And keep watching here at Great American RV Superstores, where we bring the how-to to you.